Good afternoon and welcome to EdTech Lunch. My attempt at getting some information on EdTech that you can use in class today. This is my first YouTube live session, so we'll see how it goes. Today I decided to work on or demonstrate a little bit of technical difficulties here, is Google Forms and how to basically get started. So in Google Forms, to create a new form, you can do it in one of two ways. You can go to your waffle here and scroll down and select Forms, which is right there. However, I always try to choose to do it through my drive. So once you go to the folder that you want to be in, you go to New and over to More and create a Google form. Doing it this way will save that form right in that folder. You won't have to worry about going to find it anywhere. You'll know exactly where it is. Once you get started here with Google Forms, you're going to see a generic section. So first thing I always like to do is give it a name. Okay, and by giving it a name up here, as soon as I do it, you'll see that this changes right here, so that your form has been named. There's a spot here where you can put it in a description for your form, so any kind of extra information you want to add, anything like that can go there. That's no problem. And then they're going to give you your first question. Before we go into our first question, I'm going to talk about the buttons on the side here. Okay, this here is to add a question. I'll show you that again. Next, you've got import question. You can import questions from other Google Forms if you have them. This is to add a title or description to a certain section if you want. If you want to throw a title in there, you can add an image. You can add a video. And you can also add a section, which would show up as a second or third page or fourth page, depending on how many pages you need. So getting started with questions. Basically, you click in this box here. You can type your question. Okay. And you'll see my favorite food is here. And you have a choice. You can choose a short answer question, which will give you a line here, show answer text. A paragraph question, which will do the same. Multiple choice question gives you options to fill out. Checkbox and dropdown, again, gives you options to fill out. You can use this to upload files or pictures. So if you have students who want stuff they have to turn in, or if you want to collect photos or anything like that, they can upload pictures. You can use a linear scale question, multiple choice grid, multiple choice checkbox. You can also use this to collect the date and time if you want to just insert the date and time. So file upload, we'll take a look at that. Okay, you can change it to a file upload question and type in your question and go through some specifics. Linear scale, a scale of 1 to 5, and you can put some labels in. And multiple choice grid, you'll create rows and columns. And then they'll pick what they want there. The checkbox will be the same. Date will give you the old calendar pop-up option. And time again will give you click on it and give you the time. So the most common one that I use is multiple choice questions. So what you can do is you can type in your possible options. And there you go. Now, once I've typed this in, I can also add an other if you want to accept people to be able to type it in or write it in. I can duplicate this question, meaning if I duplicate it, I can change some of the responses, some of the answers. I can delete this question, obviously, and I can make this question required or not. So they have to answer this question in order to complete the survey or the Google form. Clicking on the three dots here, the three dots, I like to call them the Timbits. The Timbit menu, you can add a description, which will allow you to put a little more information in the question. You can go to section based on answer. So you say, if you click on this page, this as your response, it'll bring you to another page, or so on. And we'll see what that looks like. And you can continue to the next section, go to section 1, or you can submit the form. And finally, shuffle order option. If you want the orders to show up in a different way, then obviously that will shuffle them randomly for anyone who takes your quiz. Now, What does this look like? Well, if we want to see what this looks like for the viewer, you can always go here to preview, and it will show you what it looks like. So you've got your possible options here, and you can fill in your other here as well and turn it into submit. I'm not going to submit right now. I'm going to go back here and just go over some of the features that you have. If you look up top here, there's a bunch of buttons. This is for add-ons. If you've never used forms before, add-ons won't be there. You have to add your first add-on, and all add-ons is other software that helps your form run a little bit better. For example, I've got some add-ons here. Choice Eliminator, you can allow only a certain amount of options to be selected only a certain amount of times. You can email notifications, so if you fill out the form and collect the person filling out their email address, they can automatically send a response, form notification. There's a lot of add-ons there, and they're all available. I'll show you how to get them in a second. The next one is the customization. So you can change colors if you want, background color. You can change the font style. Not a lot of options here, but you can do so. Choose image. There's a whole bunch of predetermined images that are there and available to you, but you also have the upload option here to upload from your computer. And if you go to photos, if you have any photos that have been saved, you can click on there. So just to see how this works, if I click on these beakers here and I insert it, what it'll do is it'll take a second, it'll give me an image there, and it automatically changes colors around to best suit that image. And you can also change a little bit here if you like and mess around with the colors. But that's just the formatting. The preview we've already talked about. The settings. So for settings, you can automatically collect email addresses. If you check this box off, you have to make sure that they're signed in to their Gmail account or their RS Cloud account. It will collect it automatically. You can turn that on or off. Requires sign-in for us. We restrict users to Rainbow District School Board. You can do that, so only people within the school board can fill out the form. You can limit to one response, meaning they can only answer once. And respondents, you can give them the option of editing after they submit or see a summary of charts and text of all the responses. When you present, you can show a progress bar. Now, this only works if you have more than one page. So if they're scrolling through and you have more pages, it'll say page 1 or 2 or how much % they're done. You can again shuffle the question order, and you can show a link to submit another response if you allow that. And at the end of after they submit their survey, it's going to say your response has been recorded. You get the option of typing in and creating your own message there if you want. So you can do that as well and save that. Quizzes I'm not going to get into. That's going to be what I'm going to talk about on Thursday. But if you want to turn this into a quiz that will mark itself, tune in Thursday. Then to send the form, you have a choice. You can send it to email. You can type in emails and it will email automatically. You can create a link and copy that link and paste it. And you can also embed it in a HTML as well as share it with Facebook and Twitter and go from there. And your 3 tidbits here, like I call them, you can undo, make a copy, delete this form, get a pre-filled link. So a pre-filled link would be if you want to select certain answers and have them already answered for the students, then you can do that as well. And if you give them that link, then, for example, if you wanted to make sure everyone selected your class, you can have them fill out your class. And that part would already be filled out. They couldn't change that. You can print the form if you want. Add collaborators. Add collaborators. If you're working on a Google form with someone else and you want to have them have the option to come in and edit your form and work on that, you can do it from there. And then script editor, if you want to do some coding stuff, is there. And to get add-ons, like we said here, add-ons. If you want to create add-ons, you can click on the add-ons menu. And it will bring you to the screen. And these are all different things that will help you, make your form work a little bit better. And there's tons of them there. You can go through them. You can search based on what you're looking for. Okay. And obviously there's some preferences here if you'd like. Collect email addresses. And basically what it says is it'll remember these as your automatics. You can always change them after the fact, but if you make every question worth 1 point, usually if you're doing multiple choice, it saves you having to go into every single question and do it. Okay. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. my first attempt. Thanks for joining me, and it will be available on my YouTube channel. Have a great day.